How to budget by paycheck. Master your finances and learn how to budget with ease. What is the budget by paycheck method, and does it actually work? We will dive deep into this budgeting method in this video. You can use plenty of budgeting methods to take control of your finances. What does it mean to budget by paycheck? Budgeting by paycheck is very different from traditional monthly budgeting. Rather than creating a budget for the entire month ahead, you will create a new budget for each paycheck cycle. Is it better to budget by paycheck or monthly? Monthly budgeting creates a few challenges if you are paid more than once a month and live paycheck to paycheck. This means that if you come up short, or if something unexpected pops up, you risk falling behind or dipping into your emergency fund to get by until the end of the month. How to budget by paycheck. Step 1. Choose your budgeting tool. The first step to budgeting by paycheck is to choose what tool you want to use to create your budget and track your spending. Spreadsheet, printable, monthly calendar, budgeting app, budget planner, budget worksheets. Step 2. Map out your fixed expenses. Once you have picked out the tool you want to use, it is time to map out your fixed monthly bills. Some examples include mortgage payments, rent, car payments, utility bills, internet, phone, insurance, health insurance, automobile insurance, etc., loan repayment, student loans, personal loans, etc., credit card debt. Step 3. Create your paycheck budget. Once you know your paycheck and expenses, you can create your budget. 1. Start by inputting your income. 2. The next step is deducting the fixed expenses you must pay during this pay period. 3. Then you can deduct how much you need to pay towards your debt, savings account, emergency fund, sinking funds, retirement plan, etc. 4. Finally, you can take whatever is left to divvy up amongst your variable expenses. This includes things like food, gas, entertainment, etc. As you can see, this budgeting style leaves less room for error since you are budgeting at a more granular level. Step 4. Tracking your money. Once you've created your paycheck budget, it's about tracking your money. Doing this will help you stick to your budget and make any necessary adjustments as needed. Tips you can use if you struggle to stick to your budget. Most people struggle with sticking to their budget for variable expenses. It's far too easy to go over budget in these areas. 1. Track your spending daily. Tracking your spending daily keeps your financial compass sharp. It helps you know exactly where your money is going, identify any spending patterns or surprises, and avoid impulse buys. You can also build discipline and develop better money habits over time. This is a method where you use physical envelopes to manage your spending. Here's how it works. Decide your spending categories like groceries, dining out, etc. Set a budget for each category. Label envelopes with category names. Take out cash for each category from your bank. Put the cash into the corresponding envelopes. Spend from the envelopes. But once the cash is gone, you can't spend more in that category until the next budgeting period. 2. Create a meal plan. A meal plan is like a food schedule that helps you decide in advance what you're going to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's a plan that makes grocery shopping and cooking easier because you already know what ingredients you need and what meals you'll prepare. 3. Find free activities. There are many free activities you can participate in to save money and decrease your variable expenses. Some examples include going on a hike, renting a book or movie from the library, attending free local festivals, or volunteering. 4. Do a no-spend challenge. A no-spend challenge is a period where you commit to not spending money on non-essential items or activities. If your cost of living is higher than your income, you must find ways to reduce your expenses. This might involve finding a cheaper place to live, cutting back on unnecessary purchases, or even getting a second job. What is the 50-30-20 rule of money? This budgeting method has you break up your budget into 3 simple parts. 50% of your paycheck goes to needs. Your needs include rent, utilities, transportation, food, and debt repayment, credit card payments. 30% of your paycheck goes to wants. This budgeting category includes entertainment, clothing, dining out, and vacations. 20% of your paycheck goes towards savings and investments. This budget category should consist of your emergency fund, retirement accounts, investments, and any other savings you may want to do. What is zero-based budgeting? Another budgeting method that can be good is the zero-based budgeting method, which means every dollar gets allocated to one area of your budget, whether it's your savings, expenses, or debt. The end result is that your final balance will always return to zero. Many financial experts agree this is the best way to understand where every dollar goes. The importance of setting financial goals. Apart from budgeting, one of the best ways to do this is to set financial goals for yourself. In fact, these two things go together like peanut butter and jelly. Setting short-term and long-term goals will help you focus on how you want to use your money within your budget to reach those goals faster. How to handle unexpected expenses. Unexpected expenses are inevitable, unfortunately. They can come from medical bills, home repairs, or car problems. So, how do you handle these expenses when you're budgeting paycheck to paycheck? Build an emergency fund. Setting up an emergency fund is the #1 way to budget for unexpected expenses. An ideal goal to reach would be to have 3 to 6 months of expenses saved up in your emergency fund. Sinking funds. Most adults have regular yearly costs that aren't paid on each paycheck. An excellent way to budget for these expenses is to set up sinking funds, which is when you set aside to pay that expense when it comes. Leave a buffer in your budget. Lastly, it can be worthwhile to leave a buffer in your budget, and this doesn't need to be a significant amount. It's also worth remembering that just because you live paycheck to paycheck doesn't mean you can't accomplish your goals or improve your financial situation. Visit shop.mommoneymap.com for more information.